We start. Awesome. Okay, so as I was mentioning, for whom this program is basically okay. So when we mention that we are looking out for someone who is on a career break, there could be a variety of reason for a person to go on a career break. It could be a maternity leave, or it could be someone who wanted to take care of their kids, or variety of reasons. Actually, there is no such reason person to be going on a career break. But how basically this program will help you to get back from that particular career break is what the program is all about. And definitely, there might be some of the people uh, who are already in a business and wanted to see this program just to upskill themselves and identify a variety of ways for the earnings. And that's where this particular program is basically designed. And for whom someone who is looking for recruitment and sourcing as a next career move. So when I say someone who is looking for recruitment and sourcing as the next career move, we are receiving applicants from variety of a diverse background set of people. We have a people applying from the digital marketing. We have a people from the product background. We have a people from testing background. We have a people from development background. So we have a variety of people. So is this program limiting to your background based on the fresher or experience? The answer is no. Even though if you're fresher or if you're experienced in some other field also, the program is completely designed and structured to help you um, from the scratch, basically, right from the zero, right from the ground. So definitely from variety of a background, variety of experiences, you can definitely join this particular program. So I'll just take a pause. Any questions on for whom this program is designed and who can join and what's the background what we're looking out for? I think number of questions are actually around this only that I'm receiving it on a WhatsApp or on a messages on or on a call. But yeah, let's get to the open to the discussion about this particular criteria if you have any questions. Hello, am I again audible or
Sure, you're audible.
You're audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
yeah? So yeah, please open for a discussion on this set. Okay. Now, number of questions I received for a person who is employed and will I be able to join this particular program? So for them, definitely what we are doing is that we are sending this particular NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, where it says that you have to give uh, that NDA, you have to sign that particular NDA, you have to that give that concern reason that you will be able to join the particular program. So this is what the NDA states. Dear Shivkumar Gurram, myself, your full name, writing to inform you that I'm interested in joining the program called Creating Recruiting Solopreneur, an initiative by SourcingXPress, and to disclose any potential conflict of interest that may arise as a result of my participation. I understand the program Creating Recruiting Solopreneur is to help uh, people who are on a break and willing to upskill themselves and consider sourcing and recruitment function as a next career move. I also understand that during this program, I'll be asked to sign up on certain recruiting platform, which could help me in upskilling and enable my earnings on daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly basis, which eventually might become my passive or active source of income. So this is a very important line. The reason because let's say someone is working and uh, see this program not just to upskill, because tomorrow definitely we'll be asked to sign up on certain platforms which will help us enable our learnings quickly. There are a variety of platforms. When I say, we'll come back to that, what kind of a platforms and all. But definitely we have number of platforms where we can sign up, we can pick up those particular roles, and we have a variety of plans. We can work on it. And either we can make a earnings only on a resume submission, we can make a earnings only on a initial shortlisting of the resume, where hiring manager shortlist the resumes. We do all the interest check with the candidate, whether they're interested in this particular role, this particular company, this particular job, and whether they are in the budget or not. And then if they're from that location or considering that location to relocate. So just the minimum checks. If we do just that much also and submit it to the hiring manager, once the hiring manager shortlist each resume, for each resume, they are paying around 2 to 3,000. talking to number of startups, number of founders, number of co-founders, where people has been laid off, where the HR team is somewhere between 0 to 2, and they couldn't do the active hiring whenever they get the rec. So these founders are actually agreeing for such kind of plans where I'm telling them that I'm just getting all such people under one umbrella. We'll be quickly upskilling them, and once we upskill them, we'll sign up on such platforms. Meanwhile, in case if you also have some of the requirements, let us know. We would be happy to close, and we would be happy to close on a variety of plans. So they are like finding it cost effective, and they are definitely agreeing for it. So definitely those kind of things would be there in the future, and that's reason we wanted to make sure that it's not falling under the moonlighting criteria. And that's reason we are asking the second paragraph. I'm currently employed by so and so employer, and I have obtained the permission to participate in this program. They have no obligation or a stake in the program. Now, let's say you're coming from non-recruiting background and seeing recruiting as a career, then definitely just have one discussion with your managers or with your employers, just to tell them that there is certain program where I would like to join, where I would like to upskill first and just give a try. In case if things goes well, then I would like to see myself into the sourcing and recruitment. So you need to put it very dynamically. Any participation of on my part will be entirely voluntary of my own personal and professional development. So definitely this line is to make clear that you has got the consent from your employer, just in case if you're full-time employed or employed somewhere, and you got the consent from your employer, then only we'll be onboarding you to the particular platform on this particular platform to the next level. Thank you for considering my application. I'm excited about the opportunity to join the program. Again, this is about our program and contributed to the success. I agree that this letter has provided a clear and concise statement for the intention to participate in the program on voluntarily basis and disclose any potential conflict of interest. I'm being honest and transparent in disclosing any potential conflict, as this will help us to maintain the integrity and credibility of the program. So the intention definitely is clear, to help someone who is on a break, upskill them, and then get them sign up on certain platforms. Basically work like a community. You'll have an end-to-end support, and then try to see how quickly we can start our earnings. Though our jobs are impacted, but our earnings are not never impacted. So that's the reason I call this program, one is like recruiting solopreneurs, but at the same time, it's basically from laid off to paid off. It's more or less like that for me. Because for me, a recruiter without a rec is basically a soldier without an arm. And in this program, what we're trying to do after the trainings and all, we're trying to create a factory of arms, basically. So I just signed up on three particular platform, and in last 3 days, I had received at least 30 jobs to work on, and payments are fantastic. I'll show you in the next step, but I'll just take a pause now. Let me know if you have any questions. Just in case if you're full-time employed, whether you will be able to join or not. Answer is yes, but definitely have to get the concern from your employer, your manager, and definitely you can keep it. Let's say in case if there is no much hiring happening, then definitely you can speak to your manager. Or if you're sensing that uh, things are not really good, or there might be a situation where my company might lay off or anything like that, then definitely I would say have a bold discussion with your manager. What will happen maximum? They would say no, but just try to understand. You have to communicate in a such a way that um, you're not losing a trust with your manager, that tomorrow your manager is doubting you. That is definitely a very sensitive discussion. You know better than me how to take this discussion forward with your employer. So I'll just take a pause. This is only for people who are currently working and wanted to see this program or wanted to join this program. So I'll just take a pause. Any questions?
Yes, Shiv. I have a question. So it is mandatory to have a clear, concise discussion with our manager to participate in this program. Without having consent of manager or lead, it is not possible to enroll for this program.
See, it's not about that. It depends on if you want to take that particular risk. It's more or less like that, because tomorrow if something happened, uh, at least we are trying to do something good, but in a process of doing something good, I don't want to be blamed. Employer can sue me. Yes or no? Because end of the day, you're also putting yourself in the risk.
Yes, I agree, but as we are aware, like everyone aware about their managers and peers, colleagues, and all situation in the company, workload in the company. So getting all these things clear this moment before we go for the next discussion. So I think from my perspective, it is something a tedious for everyone. It is their perspective on their perspective, but it would be a little cumbersome and tedious situation that time if suppose we have this discussion on the table
See, I
with
completely
them.
understand if you're sensing like that, okay,
Mhm.
that things might not be really good and I might get laid off. In that case, I would say just wait for it then. Because any which ways, if once you get on a break, you're free to join the program. But in this sensitive time, the time which is in between, whether I'll be laid off or whether I'll be there, you shouldn't take any such decisions, any such calls of joining this program without the consent of your manager, because this would put you in more risk. Let's say now this time what we're going through, most of the recruiter are not really sure about for how long I'll be there.
Mm.
Okay. Hiring for the next year is not clear. We did not receive most of the company did not receive the numbers yet for the next year hiring. So definitely the situation is not good. But at the same time, if you have such sensitive discussions with the manager and tomorrow if there is a reconciliation of a team happens, realignment of the team, and if they're looking out to reduce on the teams, then definitely someone who had some similar discussion, they would be in a first radar. Anyways,
Mm.
any which ways they're planning to. So let me put that person in the radar first. Unless you have that confidence with your manager, that relation with your manager, unless you truly trust, don't discuss and don't join. The honest suggestion. Because anything happens tomorrow, you have a support function here. So don't have to worry also. At least you'll not be worried tomorrow after this call. What will happen? What happens if something goes wrong and if I'm being laid off? You have a option B always ready. As I mentioned, for me, a recruiter without a rat is a soldier without an arm. And in this program, we are not only upskilling, we're not only teaching you how to fire a bullet, but we're also creating a factory of arms. When I say factory of arms, let me just show you three examples. First goes portable,
Hi Shiv,
second.
I want to ask one thing that if it is a learning based program,
Hmm.
why the risk is involved in this particular program? I didn't
No, no, it's
understand
not
it.
only learning based. The problem is
Okay.
it's not only learning based.
Okay.
Initially, you learn, but eventually you'll sign up on such platforms which will enable your earnings.
Okay.
So only three platforms I'm showing you. Like that, I identified close to 12 to 15 platform plus number of founders and the co-founders whom I'm speaking to, founders and co-founders of the startup. So that tomorrow, once we upscale, we need a Rex to work. Now, let's say this is Paraform, uh, open roles. So based on, can everyone please go on mute?
Hello. Hello.
Sir,
Hello.
I have a question.
Hello.
Give me a second. No, someone was singing, so I had to remove them. Yeah,
Hello.
please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
It's only for people who is unemployed can join this program, or someone who is working in a company is a must.
Yeah, that's what we're discussing about the same thing. Someone who is already working and wanted to join this program, just get the consent NDA signed.
No, someone who is not working,
Who is not working can definitely join.
join, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
only I'm discussing now about second. I'll go for someone who is not working. But first, let's sort out the people who are working and wanted to join. People who are working, as I mentioned, they wanted to sign an NDA because tomorrow It should not be come in as a concern from your employer about the moonlighting. All right. So now, yes,
Okay.
coming back to the thing, I was talking about I just signed up only for a 3 platform like that. Few sessions back, few weeks back, we had some of the sessions. I shared some of at least 10 to 12 platforms, where we can actually go and pick up those particular roles and sorry.
Hello.
And after filling on
Sir,
those
I
each
have a
roles,
Hello.
question.
I can.
yeah,
Hello.
yeah, please.
I want to know if someone who is unemployed or someone who want to work as a part time can
Hmm.
join this program, right?
1000% you can join. I'll come back to that.
Can
Give me a
join.
moment.
But one more thing,
Hmm.
whether you will be supporting for any like reference portals from your side, or we have to source everything on from our end.
I'll train you completely end to end how to source a profiles without using these paid portals. And it's just your first hire, which gets difficult. Once you get your first hire, you would have enough budget for yourself to invest for yourself on those portals. So you
We
learn
have to
for
invest
yourself.
portals.
Hmm?
We have to invest money in portals.
Later on, see, if you're able to manage to close the role without a portal, well and good. And that trainings I'll provide you how to close a role without using this paid job portal. I also signed up with you. I'll also sharing my ways of sourcing, and also definitely the training is aligned. Before we get started, we have a end-to-end training how to source profiles without using Naukri Monster, LinkedIn Recruiter,
Yeah,
or Insta Hire.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and once you get to that particular training, once you get hands-on on sourcing a candidate without using any job portal, that's the first level of confidence what you're getting. And once you start
Yeah.
getting that thing, then you start picking up on the sign up on such kind of a platform, start picking up on the roles, and start sourcing. I'll also going to show you. So we are going to have a meetings and a call and a connects every single day, if not once in every 2 days, just to see, just to monitor how the things are going on, which are the roles you picked up, and if you're stuck somewhere, what support you need. Can we come together, do some sourcing jams? So it will be more or less like a complete organized program. So we'll be identifying. So second form will come soon. Let me come there, but let me come to the topic back. So I just signed up on such kind of a 3 platforms, and in these 3 platforms, you could see open roles 122 and see the rewards for closing each role.
But one thing is, these roles are not from India.
All right, if you want India roles, let me come back. So
No, no.
minimum 3,000,
Yeah.
5,000 USD per role. As you asked me if you want India roles,
Okay.
so just come here
Hello.
and
Hmm.
so you have from India roles, you close this role, you get 5.5% of their annual CTC. You
How
have
much
hundreds of roles, 5.5%, 5.25%
of the university?
of the annual CTC. And that directly comes to you. You sign up,
When?
you close, you raise an invoice.
No, 1 minute. If the candidate joins on Jan 1st, okay,
Hmm,
Jan 1st, 2023, when I will
hmm.
receive the payment?
So every platform has a various timelines. Now let's say if I just go to this particular role,
Okay, okay,
okay, here we have a details,
okay,
job description, candidate full time. So this is one of the platform. Like that, every platform has a different timeline to pay you out.
okay,
Okay, typically
okay.
45 days.
75 days.
45 days.
45, after 45 days.
Yeah.
Okay, and one more thing, is there any platform which pays very soon once I done the closure, once I done the closure?
See, it all depends on as soon as you raise a means as soon as the candidate joins, how soon that company is releasing the amount to the aggregators. As soon as they release the amount to the aggregator, you'll be able to sign up. You'll be able
Um,
to get that amount.
And here my question is how that candidate, my source candidate will reach to the company. Like I saw the Tech Mahindra's opening, right? So what is that
Start
next
work.
level?
You accept the
As
role.
uh-huh.
Once you accept the role, you start working. It's more or less like a CRM. It's an ATS. You upload a profile here.
See, the thing is we don't have portals, and it's not easy requirements.
That's where the training is all about. How do you source profile without using portals?
Okay,
If you
you
just
give
come
all the
here,
details.
Shugama, here we work as only a sources here to just generate the resumes and upload in a CRM. Then the later,
variety of plans,
mhm,
variety of
See,
plans.
okay.
So there are certain platform. Let's say if I just go to uh, Paraform, okay, and let's say if I pick up this particular role and I identify a good candidate. Um, Shri, can you please go on a mute?
mhm.
Okay. So as I mentioned, there are variety of platform. I'm just showing the demo of only 3 platforms today, but there are 10 different platforms which will pay you only for a resume submission, which will pay you after the submission was the hiring manager shortlist, which will also pay you where you just take a role, pick up this particular role, identify a candidate, and submit a resume. So this platform will not go in a resume submission way. What this platform will do, once you identify a candidate, and if you want to refer that particular candidate, you have to upload that candidate in this particular system. A system will send a referral link to that particular candidate. And once the referral link gone to that particular candidate will the fill in the application saying that I am interested. Once candidate fills in the application saying that they're interested, that's where they become our refer candidate. And then the whole interview process you can track actually. Let's say if I just go to this particular role, refer someone. Okay, I just need to give a justification why I'm referring this particular person, a better team, XYZ and all. And once I give the justification, I just go to the next step. Once I go to the next step, it will generate a referral link, and that referral link will be sent from the system to the candidate, marking us in a CC. We'll also get the CC. We'll also get the notifications from the system saying that this candidate is yet to fill the application. You can always follow up with them on a LinkedIn, connect with them on a LinkedIn, trying saying that I identified your profile. Those email templates also I'll give you when we start the trainings. But on a high level, you can always follow up with those candidates saying that I saw your profile on LinkedIn and sounds interesting for this particular role. Please let me know if you're interested. If interested, please fill in this particular link. This is a referral link from me. Once they fill in, you can see the complete workflow over here. Nobody is going to steal your candidate. You can see everything in the system. And once the interview is happening, you can see in which step the candidate is. Is it in a resume review step? Is it in a interview stage? Or is it in a offer stage? Everything. Like if you see your candidate offers, map jobs, all the steps. These are all the platforms which are I'm talking, which are tech enabled, where you see each and every one of your candidate in process, in which process it is. And once they get offer, you'll be able to see in detail. And also, if you're saying that I want internal person, someone from these companies to whom I should interact for the follow with the uh, uh, end clients, that is also there. They're assigning, like if you see RSMs, so they say RSM, recruiting sales manager or something, I don't know, but these are the people with whom we can actually chat, we can actually connect. Here also, if you see, if I pick up this role, here is a recruiter's email ID with whom I can actually chat, I can connect, I can ask questions. Here, let's say light positions, or there is something. If I just go to this rack, okay, talk and updates. I can ask overall updates. Here, hiring manager, that recruiter, and myself, all three. For all of us three, this chat is visible. Hiring manager from IBM or whichever the company. Let's say if I wanted to talk to recruiter at Cibrex, here I can talk to them. So all these are platforms which are tech enabled. You don't really have to worry. Only the thing you need to is how do I scale up my sourcing skills without using this particular paid portals?
Yeah,
And that is where the
yeah,
training has been. I've been
yeah.
providing this trainings from last 2 years. We have a lot of people currently also in the call. Can you please share your experiences?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Shiv. So
Can you
you
please share your experiences about the trainings? Whoever has
training.
joined earlier and completed the batches.
Yes, I had joined almost all the session. It was very awesome. It was very knowledgeable and it was really recommendable to everyone.
So were you able to source and identify a candidate without using any job portals?
Yes, I am from X-ray search or LinkedIn in URL. These all the terms like these all the commands I use and I do source the profile from there.
Not just that, just go to GitHub. Let's say if I have a role for a Java, Bangalore.
Okay, one more thing.
Hmm.
It will be a part-time or we can do as a part-time or like what, whenever we are
You
flexible.
work for yourself. You don't work for me. You work for yourself. You pick up number of roles. You see what kind
Okay.
of a profiles you're
So I
submitting.
can choose any number of roles.
You work for yourself. You can choose any number of roles.
Even
If you're
2 rows
confident,
per month, 3 rows per month.
1, 2, 3, how much ever you feel comfortable. You want to take only one role. I don't want much headache. I just want to take one role, work on it dedicatedly, close that role, and make that 50,000, 1 lakh rupees every month.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Okay.
Up to you.
Yeah.
You wanted to
Okay.
say, I want to close 10 roles and I wanted to make 10 lakh a month. Up to you.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
let's say,
but what I want to know is working for all these requirements. Is there will be even I'm also a recruiter. I want to know whether there will be a time I cannot close any of the positions like that without using portals. It will be like that, or is there any guarantee I can close at least one position per month?
definitely, see, that's what I'm saying. Now, let's say, now I have a role. What is this role? Let's say I'll see some of the Java roles. I just click Java. Just an example I'm giving you. Advanced search,
Okay.
remove it.
Because like there are many candidates, people are working for the same requirements. Many
Absolutely.
people. So among that, only one will be shortlisted if it's a one or two. If it's one, if
So how good
the
is your sourcing skill is what it matters. And that's where
okay,
the trainings has been provided to you.
okay. I'm
See,
saying
now people are behind a candidate who are on a job portal. I'm telling you, I'll train you to source a profile who are not on a job portal, who are on a
okay.
GitHub, who are on a Stack Overflow, who are on an all stack exchange. You can do a X-ray searches. You can do a
Okay,
LinkedIn searches.
okay. What I want to know was, you give us a guarantee that we can earn at least 50,000 per month,
It's up to completely up to you how dedicatedly you're working.
even if I work for at least 5 hours. If I put 5 hours to 6 hours per day or 8 hours
Completely.
per
See,
day, which we or without paying any without paid portals, we'll be able to do at least one closure per month, like 50,000. At least we can make.
I've been
At least
closing
we
a
can.
room since 2013 without using job portals. I've been closing a roles since 2013 without using job portals. We have people here from Amazon also. They know very well if I ever use job portals for sourcing. No LinkedIn recruiter, no nothing.
No LinkedIn.
No LinkedIn recruiter.
No
That's what.
LinkedIn.
Unless you don't close it, you won't get that confidence. And how to close it, that's where the trainings will be provided to you.
Okay.
Okay. Now
How
let's say
I
if it
want
is
to know about the training period. How many days you are going to do that?
so this is gonna be at least 1 month, and every day the training is going to be. It's not kind of only on a weekends. It's gonna be every day. So at least 1 month to 45 days,
How
whole full
many
stack training,
how many hours per day?
So
2 to 3
timings.
hours.
Timings?
2 to 3 hours timings we are yet to decide.
Uh,
Okay,
okay.
so here is my website. If you go to learning, here you could see introduction to sourcing and recruitment. Um, Keyword search, then Google direct answers, Google Boolean search, building a Boolean searches, understanding people of search for, understanding some advanced operator and their benefits like related in URL, in title, in text, in anchor. understanding various Google search operator in URL, in title, in text, difference between in URL versus site, when and where to use wildcard, in URL, uh, CV colon resume, sourcing from SlideShare, sourcing from script, sourcing Google search filter, Google image search, Google face search, identifying various sites to X-ray, Google advanced search, Google search settings, Google advanced operators and the file types, creating a Google search alert, understanding a URL pattern and the result, how to X-ray for a year of experience, sourcing test, and then X-ray search and email extraction, understanding some operators in email inbox, how to know if the website can be X-rayed by using a robot.txt, dive deep on direct and indirect searches on LinkedIn, sourcing from GitHub, sourcing from Stack Overflow, sourcing from Allstack Exchange, sourcing from Meetup, sourcing from Quora, sourcing from Facebook, how to use data miner to for a recipe creator, how to use free seekout for import and export, how to use Margo for email automation, how to script data and upload in a LinkedIn, dive deep on a basic LinkedIn.com and explore some unintentional attentional feature. There are a lot of features which we really don't know. Means we know, but we never give attention, and which could be really beneficial to source candidates. Finding email IDs via Chrome extensions and some cool hacks like Gmail Compose and a live mail. Playing with contact emails, sync, phone numbers, magic of contact sync. Exploring Google custom search engines. Creating Google search space for diversity. Boolean in Boolean. How to create market intelligence report. Finally, we'll close with design thinking for sourcers. Understanding a problem statement, real-time scenario faced frequently while sourcing, especially without using any job portals. How and where to identify some cool apps, design thinking for sourcers, exploring some sourcing forums to follow, to ask questions and keep learning. And that's where the program is all about design in the first part of a training where we come together, we learn all this, we go on a live experiences, we would see that, yes, I am picking up this particular roles and I would do a live sourcing with you. I would do a live submission with you. I would share a screen. I would show that number of recs I have taken up, number of submissions I have done, in which step they are, everything. Once you gain the confidence, after a month of training, month and 45 days of training, then it's up to you whether and which platform you need to pick up, sign up, and start taking up on the roles and start working on those roles and close it.
Shiv, one question from my end.
Mhm.
Hello. Shiv, since we are employed, right? I said we'll have sessions every day on an average 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
What if I miss a class? Will it be possible for me to go through the recording, or will there be any materials available if at all I
So
miss one of the classes?
previous recordings are pretty much available on
Mhm.
YouTube. You can refer to that. But
Okay.
in this session, whatever the discussions are
Mhm.
going to happen, these are non-recorded. Person
Okay.
have to attend those particular training every day because that focus and that dedication is needed. Otherwise,
Oh,
pretty much, uh, all this, whatever the sessions we have taken so far, everything
mhm.
is uploaded here. You can just go. There are like hundreds of videos right from the scratch. You can join any of those things, any of the playlist. So this is the recent one, which is on the go. This is before that. This is in the beginning. So whichever you want, you can pick it up.
Okay. Okay.
So pretty much it's more or less everything is same. It's just that the time is different. Can everyone go on mute, please? It's echoing.
Hello.
Yeah, Shweta.
Hello.
Yeah. So I want to ask, once we source, we need to speak to the candidates and take all the details and upload this, right?
Depends on which platform are you working. That's what I'm saying. There are variety of
Yeah, yeah,
platforms.
yeah.
There are couple
Yeah,
of
yeah. That only I want
platforms.
to ask. If it is like requirement, so
No,
how?
no, depends on what kind of a platform you're working. There are variety of platforms which will only ask you to give a submission. A platform which will ask you to do an interest check and give a submission. A platform which will ask you to do an end-to-end closure. India, US, Australia, Japan, Germany, Netherlands, global platforms we have identified. Does that answer your questions, Shweta?
Hi, Shiv. Lot of disturbance from someone. It is very disturbing.
Voice
I
is
think
not.
they are not muting also.
I think it was from Shweta, but that's fine, Shweta. In case if you want, you can just chat over here. Just send in a chat. I think as soon as you
Sir,
unmute, there's a lot of
can you
disturbance.
mute all?
No, that's fine. So yeah, anyone else who has some questions can unmute yourself and please ask. So as I mentioned, a training to source candidate without using any job portal will be provided, and it's a 100% successful formula. We have been doing this for years. There are people who joined previous trainings and they could source profiles without using job portal. There is no big deal. And it's only the first submission, it's only the first hire which makes it difficult. Once you get that first hire, you will be in your situation to invest for yourself. See, you're investing for yourself. You're not investing for me. I'm not even taking a penny from here. It's all free. The training is free. Platforms which I'm asking you to sign up, which I'm introducing you, that is also free. Sign up as an individual consultant. Pick up as many recs you want. If you see that, okay, fine, there are 20 recs and you wanted to work on 20 recs, pick up 20 recs. But if you feel like, let me have a team, a small team of recruiter, let me also open a company, let me be a solopreneur, and let me hire a team of recruiters where I'll give them a fixed salary, but I'll ask them to close those particular roles. Completely okay. You're taking a burden of giving them a fixed salary, but you're making them those people close these roles and you're raising an invoice to the company, completely okay. You have become a solopreneur. Let's say if you say, no, I just wanted to be an individual, just take upon these roles and keep closing at least 2 or 3 roles and make around 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh a month and happy for that, feel free to do that. And there are a lot of people. I think Sajjad, Sajjad, are you there in the call? I think he's not there, but he's one of a great example that he has made so much from this platform, Simplex. And again, there are live positions. You want to pick up India position, you want to pick up US roles, you want to pick up UK role, whichever the country you wanted to pick up, you can pick up IT, non-IT, front end, back end, full stack. So while signing up on these particular platforms, they're asking us which are the domain that you're expertise of. Is it a front end? Is it a back end? Is it a engineering? Based on those roles, based on those inputs, this kind of a jobs would be map to you, and it completely depends on you whether to accept or reject. Once you accept, then there's a certain deadline of around 2 to 3 days where you submit the resume, and you can see the entire, you can close track each one of your candidate in which process, in which step they are, and you also get the feedback just in case if the resume review rejection happens. You also get the feedback why this resume is getting rejected. If you also get the feedback why this candidate is getting got rejected during the interview, you'll also get the feedback that candidate has done exceptionally well and we are ready to offer. And then you follow with the candidate on a joining. And here, the best part, once you identify the right candidate for the certain role, let's say backend engineer role, you're not working on one backend engineer role, you're working on 10 backend engineering roles. So that one candidate, there's a possibility that you would place that one candidate or get that one candidate interviewed at 10 different companies. So in this 10 different company, definitely they're going to pick up one company to join. But eventually you are winning. Now you're not fighting to hire a candidate for your own company. You are actually working to hire a candidate for multiple companies. Candidate says, hey, I don't want better. I want Paraform. Okay, fine, go and join Paraform. Candidate says, I don't want Loyalist. I want Magna. Okay, fine, go interview there. If you get selected, join there. So those many roles you have it. So this is only from the 3 platforms. What I'm saying is like that we have identified 10 to 15 platforms plus number of founders and co-founders of the startups where we're going to have a tie-ups. Or let's say tomorrow, if you're skilled, once you're upskilled, once you're ready to work on any of those roles, I would introduce you to those particular founders. Go talk to them and work like a consultant for them. You don't even have to open your own company. And to do all this, the entire end-to-end support, when I say that we're running it as a program, once we form a program, once we see the number of people signed up for this particular program, again, I'll connect with each one of you, try to identify your strengths, try to identify your area of improvements. And based on the strengths, first we'll align some of the projects to you. And then based on the area of improvements, we'll basically create a learning path. That is a um, first step. Initially, we'll discuss about your strength and the area of improvement to upskill. And then accordingly, we'll be designing a program for you, which includes a project alignment, which aligns to your strength. Let's say you say recently I've worked on one project where I was mapping this laid off companies. Okay, fine. Keep mapping these laid off companies because after a few weeks, that's gonna help us. If you say I've recently worked on a project where not just the companies, I've also mapped the candidates from these companies. Okay, fine. Take up the list of the companies, start mapping because that's going to be your own database. So that which will be helpful for your future when you sign up on such platform. You say, I'm good at only back-end engineering. I wanted to learn front-end also. Let's get into the tech topic of the day discussions and see what is front-end engineering, what is back-end engineering, what is full stack engineering. Let's say you say, I'm a full stack, I'm good at back-end, full stack, and a front-end. And I wanted to work on this only because I have enough database to close this particular roles. I have enough network. I would say, okay, fine. How do you leverage that network? Based on your LinkedIn, how do you pull that list of profiles from your own network? You give certain searches and pull that particular list, put them into the CV, Excel sheet, a curated Excel sheet, use some tools, try identifying their email IDs every day 10, 20, 10, 20, 20, 20. And once you identify their email IDs, start passively connecting with them. So like that number of initiatives based on what your strengths are and in recent past, what work have you done? We'll align some of the project as per that. And once that is done, we'll also create a learning path for your area of improvement. So that's where this training comes in a picture. And once these two are done, the project alignment and the learning path, from the 5th or 6th week, we are ready to work on certain roles. And once we are ready to work on certain roles, again, we are working as a company. When I say as a community, as a company, so when I talk to each one of you and identify what role you can play, let's say now we have 50 people signed up for this particular program, we'll form a small team, a 5 member team. And based on the experience, based on the background, we'll form one of our podlets. These podlets would be involved in doing the resume reviews of the entire team. Definitely, they have their own individual goals, but at the same time, they would be involved in doing a resume review for the rest of the 4 people just to see whether the quality is good or not, whether this candidate will be shortlisted or not, or the resume will be shortlisted or not. So that there is a check on a resume review stage. And then this podlet would be involved in driving some of the uh, goals to achieve a team goal. Basically, all 5 people coming together, discussing which roles to pick up and taking up individual responsibilities, not just to close one particular role, but yeah, as a team, what we can do it. So every day that connects are going to be there with the podlets and with the whole team, whole 50 people. What is that we are doing? How is that we are doing? Which is working? Which is not working? If you're stuck somewhere, do you need any support? Can we come and do some of the sourcing jams collectively? If you're stuck somewhere, or if some client is not responding, how to interact with that client to get the responses. All those set of training, the live training is what we are going to provide. So more or less we'll be working on a more structured manner, and that's the reason this NDAs and all everything is required. It's not that we're just going to take a session, do a recording, upload in a YouTube and leave it in the air. No, that won't happen. Now you tell me, after completing all these trainings, after picking up on this role, after having such kind of a team support, won't you be able to close at least one role?
Beyond that, Shiv, we can do. If you have really dedicated on this,
Yeah, it's completely your dedication matters.
that's absolutely right. Depend upon the dedication, how much time we are spending on this. But the program is very
Exactly.
excellent, Shiv.
Shweta, I don't know, for some reason, if you're unmuting, there's a lot of disturbance. If you have anything, just ping in a chat over here. Okay, yeah, Devashri, please ask a question. What is that? Please unmute and ask a question.
Yeah, actually, I had a lot of questions. I was not able to concentrate much. So I wanted to know, like, how many days this trainings will be imparted and For how
Trainings would
many
go at
hours?
least for 30 to 45 days and every day at least 2 hours with a live sourcing. No PPT presentation, no pre-recorded session. Everything is live so that you get the confidence that you can also do it.
Then I want to know, like, we can able to record the live session? No.
No, we are not going to record. Recordings previously, it's already there in the YouTube. You can always refer to these recordings.
Okay. And one more thing, do you have full-time recruiter job?
Nope, not as of now.
No.
Nope. So the program itself is creating a solopreneur. When I say creating a solopreneur, you are responsible for your own
Yeah.
success. Whatever the support is needed, I'm here. We are here.
So does it need to talk to the candidates over a call, or how do we connect?
Depends on what kind of a role and what kind of a platform you're working. As I mentioned, there are a variety of platforms which will pay you only on a resume submission, which will pay you once you do an interest check and once those resumes are shortlisted from the hiring manager,
Yeah, so
which will
to
pay
check
you.
the interest, I need to talk, right? So how do
You'll
I
have to
talk?
talk. You'll have to talk. You have to call and you have to talk. Either you set up
Okay,
a Zoom
so
call. Yeah.
Hello.
Shiv,
Yeah.
I just want to know, suppose if we are working on a module that we want to just submit a CV, okay, and we don't want to talk with the candidate. In this case, how the program gonna work? Because suppose sooner or later the candidate joins, and who will be taking care of each and every part of like from coordinating to onboarding, and in the middle if
See,
he
only
joins.
resume review if you want to do, where you just wanted to identify a right resume, identify their email ID, and upload in a system. And once that resume gets shortlisted, you'll be able to see in the system itself, this resume is shortlisted. You'll be paid $1 to $2 for each resume. You don't have to talk to candidate, nothing.
But
That internal
without
recruiter, those are lead generation
candidate,
platforms.
no, without having an interest understanding, how can we share with the upload in the portal?
Just the profile and email ID is enough. That is a lead generation platform. So what recruiter says, give me 50 quality resume, I'm happy. I'll do my reach out, I'll do my interest check, that is all my headache. That I'll take it.
Okay, so okay, like we will not get into an interaction with the candidates at the first stage, at the first place, is it?
See, it depends on platform. As I'm mentioning, there are hundreds of platforms. Every platform has their own specific. Now, if you see this Visage, you don't have to, what you say, talk to candidate. You just have to submit a resume with an email ID. Rest everything they'll take care. And they'll pay you a weekly payments, $1 to $2 for each resume.
But the my question is, the candidate may not be interested with whichever profile we are
That is
submitting.
none of your headache.
Okay, and we will
That's
be
what I'm
paid for
saying.
the
And
resume
that's what again
submission.
and again I'm telling you. There are variety of platform. You got to see it to believe it.
Okay, we don't need to make calls. That's what I
Have to.
like, generally.
You don't have to. Absolutely.
Okay, that's the okay, fine.
And
So generally,
just
as a recruiter,
You'll
we
be paid
talk.
just $1 to $2 per resume. You do 50 submissions in a week, and out of 50, 40 got shortlisted. Out of 40, that's it. 40 shortlisted, $40 a week you'll get, and weekly payment from PayPal.
Okay, so initially do we need to invest anything, like invest
Nothing.
money or okay.
Nothing. Literally nothing. You just go to
Okay,
LinkedIn,
because
give a search, identify a right resume, right profile, identify their email ID with a sales skill and such extension, upload in a system. You'll be able to see whether this profile has been shortlisted or not. You'll be able to track within 48 hours, you'll get a feedback. Once it is shortlisted, you see here 4,000 sourcers, and that's true actually. 65 countries, 24 hours delivery lead, 5,000 plus roles sourced. India-based role, US-based role, Singapore-based role, Japan-based role, China-based role, Pakistan-based role, Bangladesh-based role. You name the country they have sourced.
okay, understood. Thank you so much. I mean, Yeah, that's okay.
And for each resume shortlisting, and it's a lead generation platform basically. I'm a recruiter, I come post my job. From other end, there are freelancers who pick up those roles and generate a leads, quality profiles. Then as a recruiter, again, I see a resumes, do a resume review and do a shortlisting. Once I move it to the shortlisting, shortlisted, platform will catch the details that, okay, fine, this recruiter has shortlisted 50 resumes. And the end sourcer, a freelance sourcer who has shortlisted those ones, they will be paid $50
Hmm.
every. That's it.
Okay,
You
understood.
post 100
One more
resumes.
question is like if I mean, you, as you said that you are this training will be for 30-40 days.
Hmm.
In that case, if I miss the training in between, I may not be available for a day or two or something like that. Is it a
That's the
continuous
reason we are
process that
forming a
happens?
small teams so that today, if you miss the recording, sorry, today, if you miss the session, you have your own
Mm-hmm.
team to reach out. Hey, can you please tell me what has been discussed? And also, it's not mandatory that you have to work like a team. If you still feel like, no, I just wanted to be an individual contributor, I just wanted to be a solopreneur, I don't need any support, you can still stay individual contributor. And overall, as a support from my end for this program, whatever the support is needed, that will be provided. That's what I just mentioned here.
No, the trainings I might miss out. That's what I'm asking. Like whatever the trainings, is there any pre-recorded training which I can go through in case I'm not able
Pre-recorded,
to?
already it's there in the YouTube, the previous sessions. If you wanted to complete those trainings, feel free to join those sessions. Just attend those sessions. There are like hundreds of videos.
Okay, okay. All those sourcing, I
All the
mean,
sourcing videos from the scratch, like Sourcing Express Season 2,
okay,
Episode
that's
1.
gonna help us. Okay, fine, fine then.
You can feel free
And
to
also
refer
I
those.
can attend this. Okay.
We'll take anyways
Okay.
1 week to start this. From the first week of January, we are going to kickstart this particular program. Meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
just go through this recent session from the episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see, it can add value to your skills. And if you gain the confidence, okay, this is again not yet completed. We only completed only 10 to 12 sessions in this. Attend initial 5, 6 sessions. And if you gain the confidence that after doing these trainings, I'll be able to source candidates, fill the roles
Mm-hmm.
individually without using any job portal, then you join. Now, as I say, these are the learnings actually. And definitely, I'll also be building number of custom search engines, Google custom search engines, which will help you to source candidates. Let's say,
Shiv, sorry to barge in.
mhm,
So yeah, thank you. Thank you for the brief explanation. Uh, I have a couple of questions since I've been working with Events Librix and Events Portable and even a couple of
mm,
other platforms. So just for exploring the content and whether I can work it out or not. I worked
mhm,
for Cibrix for more than 3 months, and in
mhm,
that I can only able to close one position, but it was more than a year ago. So
mhm,
and during that point of time, there is some lag in between the communication between Cibrix team and me. And there
yeah,
are a couple of situations, and even in case of Cibrix, or there are few platforms which only accept from a company to company bonding rather than company to individual bonding.
okay.
So in
Just in
that
case if
cases,
you're facing that problem, okay, just in
mm-hmm,
case if you're facing that kind of a problem, definitely I'm speaking to founders of these aggregators. I'm not speaking to the recruiters. I'm in touch from years with the founders of these aggregators. And yes, there's a lot of difference. Cibrex, what you have seen before 1 year, and Cibrex, what you'll see now. And as you mentioned, some platforms will only um, means get you sign up if you're a company, but not if you're an individual candidate or individual consultant. In that
true.
case, definitely we can sign up on behalf of Sourcing Express and getting it registered. Within a week of
Mm-hmm,
time, our firm will be registered, where you can sign up from the Sourcing Express, close the role, and once the revenue is generated, you take 90% of it. The 10% definitely
mm-hmm.
we would need for
Community.
legalization, for
Yeah,
GST,
true.
all those stuff. Let's say
Mm-hmm,
if you're supposed to receive 1 lakh, from 1 lakh, you take 90,000 and give 10,000 to the Sourcing Express, and that 10,000 and all would be utilized as a cost and also as a GST and a IT return filings.
Mm,
Basically, a maintenance of the company.
yeah. And even in case of Sportable, I felt the similar situation where the communication between the Sportable team and myself is bit in a rough manner, like I couldn't able to reach properly
No,
and
no.
the program
I'm
also.
as I mentioned that I'm actually speaking to the founders of this companies,
Mm-hmm.
not
Okay.
just what we say a recruiter or anyone. Like for Spotify, if you see, Vanishri is one of a founder. Today
Yeah.
itself, I've been checking with her. So here is the whole stuff. And if I see Sibret,
And
and
just
she's one of among them.
yeah.
Here is the whole staff. So like that, as I mentioned, I'm speaking to the founders of those companies, founders of those aggregators. And definitely as a Sourcing Express, if you approach them saying that this is what the problem we are facing, definitely they are going to address it. Now, as I mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the custom CSC, which sources the profiles from LinkedIn. And likewise, I'll be building number of custom CSCs and sharing with you on this particular platform, so that it will help you
Mm.
to source, and you don't really have to use what you say um, anything like portals.
Got it.
Just give skill. Initially, you'll have some ads. Then after that, you'll have all individual profiles. Or directly do a
Mm.
GitHub search from here. I'll give you the trading. Scrape the data. You have their email IDs. You have their numbers. You have their names. Reach out to them. Do an interest check. If they're interested, submit a resume. More than enough. One role, yeah, per month.
Yeah. Yeah.
With all this support,
The
what you'll be
only
able to do?
Definitely, but the only problem over here is that for finding active candidates rather than passive. So for that, of course, we need to use
See,
this
that's where I'm saying
platform.
it. Just the starting is a problem. Once you get that first
Yeah.
closure, then you wanted to make second, then you wanted to make third. And end of the day, as I mentioned, it's our own dedication. How much time are we dedicating and how quickly we're learning? What are the various initiative ways or various ways of sourcing that we are doing?
Mm-hmm.
So to do all that, what are the support is required? I'm here.
Got it. Thank you for that.
This is on GitHub. Tuk, tuk, tuk. This is okay. Looking for new opportunities, LinkedIn profiles. Who are looking for new opportunities, full stack developer. What we gave? Java, Bangalore. Yeah, all these people looking for new opportunities. Pick up those roles, just have one connect and submit.
How
So
did
yeah.
you write?
Yeah.
Hmm?
What did you write to get the look like the people are looking for opportunities?
So in backend,
Okay.
I've built this particular
Oh,
tool, which are custom search engines, which will help you to simplify your sourcing processes.
okay. So we'll have to build up a keyword like this. I mean,
You don't
search
build,
engine.
I'll build it for you. You just go and give a search.
Okay. So are you gonna teach that also?
Everything, madam.
Yeah, it's on the videos.
Shravan was a part
No,
of
I
it.
don't
Shravan,
but
please
I
tell me
will
previous
really
sessions.
Yeah.
Shravan?
like to build
Yep,
this
I have two
Boolean
questions.
is little
Huh?
difficult, I see.
What?
No, that this Boolean search is little difficult. What I feel, I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that
You have to
this
learn, madam.
conversation
That's what I'm
probably.
saying. You have to learn it, and I'm here to teach you. There are people who learned it. Shravan, please tell. Haven't you learned anything?
I'm very good with Boolean.
Yeah,
So
but
the
we
thing,
do Boolean in Naukri
Yeah, these
portal, but not in
mm-hmm.
this. Haven't tried actually.
Okay.
That's what I'm
So
saying you. Yes, Shravan, please go ahead.
hello.
Shravan has both the experiences before joining the session, after joining the session. Please share
Okay.
your experiences, Shravan.
Okay. So before joining the session, I joined somewhere around 2021, sorry, 2021. And before that, I was a traditional sourcer where I generally work with Naukri predominantly and along with sometimes LinkedIn, but it's only for the namesake, just on the namesake that I'm working and gaining the connection. And somehow I get into this program where it was like a new world to me, like because at the beginning I only felt like Naukri is the old thing because as we know about the current market trends and all the stuff where we can find more the active candidates from Naukri. But sometimes there are few requirements where there is not the target of the closure, the fastness of the closure rather than the quality of the closure. So during that cases, I felt looking into some other options might be a great fit, and that is what I learned most of the thing with these training sessions. And of course, we worked on number of not only portals, but even Stack Overflow, GitHub, and even custom search engine where we are creating backend uh, search that will make our searches much easier, which may be targeting to any of the websites, which may be Behance or some other platform. So it's a bit easier. And of course, at the beginning, it would be like a Greek and Latin for everyone because most of them are kind of traditionally getting into the portals. Like so, it was a great experience. And because of this, I was a bit confident now. Like I'm okay to make the what you call Boolean searches in almost any platforms. I generally don't prefer the keyword search because it makes our work easier. That's for true, but it will not helpful for all the platforms. Like in case you are working for non-traditional, maybe let us consider GitHub, where you can't use a few keywords. So you have to go on the pattern of GitHub. It might help you, and even you can use some keywords in some other platform. So it's mostly I felt Boolean is much impactful and useful for our recruitment part. That's what. Thank you.
Sure,
Thanks, Ron. That's a great feedback.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Shiv, I have a question. So just wanted to know if suppose we are contacting the candidate, so what should we say, which company are we calling from, and the email if they ask for
Your
JD
voice
and
is
also.
your voice is breaking, Ashish. From
Is
which
it audible?
company? You can
Yes,
call as an individual contractor, as an individual consultant, saying that I have a role for you in this particular company. Just in case if you want to use our brand, feel free to use our brand once we create form those teams.
and the client, any which way we are aware about the name of the company for
The
which
name
we
of
are
the
having.
client. We'll be aware of
Yeah,
the name of the client.
they are the full-time employee of the particular that client, right? Payroll will
We'll
be
be
that
aware.
client.
Yeah.
And JD, if they ask for the JD, so we have to share from our Gmail or any other source, we have to send the JD to them, right?
Yeah.
And the last question, this tool that you have built, it is all the custom searches are included in this, so it is developed by you only?
Yes.
Great. So for which website or which technology you have used, or like how did you make this?
We'll learn. That's where I'm telling you, join the sessions. I'm here to help you. As I
I
told you, since
wanted to do
2013, I never worked on job portals.
I wanted to join. If you see last session, whatever happened, almost all the session I joined.
Yeah,
And for
last
this
batch you have
session,
joined.
I'm very much curious. But the only thing is that getting concern from my manager is little tedious for me.
Got it. No.
And
Ways, our trainings will continue. The weekend trainings, which we are doing currently, the Sourcing Express season 2. So far we have completed 10 to 12
yeah,
sessions.
from
And
last one
actually
month
a
we are not
batch
doing,
of
right?
from last 1 month I'm not doing, but yeah, we'll quickly restart again, and I'll make sure that in next couple of months this has been completed, and this all these recordings will be uploaded over here. You can refer to this Sourcing Express season 2, all the episodes, and then you're good. So
I
far, like
actually
whatever the sessions you attended, was there any confusion? Wasn't it easy, or was it really difficult to understand?
it was a fab. It was excellent.
Were you able to source
I
some candidates using these techniques?
yes, definitely. I do source profile from this,
And that we
GitHub.
have not completed. We have just completed 10 to 20% of it.
Yes, definitely. And to be honest, I haven't gone after having your session, live session. After that, I haven't gone to the YouTube channel, but somehow I could able to remind of all the sessions, and I was able to source the profile based on the technique and based on the way of you are explaining particular each and every case and listening the questions. So I was keeping remind of all the topics and all the questions, and based on that, I was juggling and sourcing the profiles on this. It was literally, it was two awesome sessions.
So far, what we have completed is actually somewhere till here, somewhere till 10 or 11 session we have completed. So yeah, quickly we'll resume, and then you have this also, the whole doc also during the sessions, whatever the discussions we do, we hold those thumb rolls over here, so that sometimes if you're stuck, you can always come back to this particular doc and refer it. People, in fact, in a lot of companies now, people started using this doc as a interview questions.
Hello.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a full-time recruiter job?
Not now. I just started. So maybe in future,
Future when?
6 months, 1 year down the lane. Because I wanted to set with the example, because I won't, unless I won't close it, I won't be able to drive it. So definitely I wanted to work as an individual consultant first, share some live experience, do some live closures, and show you so that you get the right examples. Generally, I'm not a person who just say, okay, just go ahead and do. Rather, I'll do it. First, I'll show it how it is has been done. You take a learning from that and do it.
Okay.
And Shiv, one thing I can vouch on this, the kind of support and the kind of work that you're doing for the recruitment community, it's excellent. I would say it. We really appreciate your efforts, because if you see in the market, whenever some such kind of situation, recession occurs, we recruiter are the first people to get laid off, because we are the soft target. We are not billable. We are the soft target. First and foremost, we recruiter get laid off. Then if they think, then the billable resources like developer resources,
That
we
is
are
the
like,
reason why. That is the
we,
reason why we're just trying to create a support function, which is kind of a permanent fix for this kind of a recurring problem. Tomorrow, if something happens, at least we're not worried what will happen to my job, because always I have an option B and I'm good at it.
Yeah, but there are so many. Even I'm getting laid off. I applied for 1,000 companies for startup. No one is recruiting. All giving silly reasons.
Now, as I mentioned, once the market gets correct, okay, where is it? Tick, tick, tick.
Hello.
Wait a second.
They are paying. They are asking us to work for a very less salary.
Absolutely. I'll tell you now a few things. Let me just come here.
They are giving silly reasons like what is this? What is the?
Okay.
I don't
So
understand.
tomorrow, when the market gets correct, when again the mass hiring starts, there are going to be 4 types of recruiters. First type, who is going for an interview and who is going to say the market was not favorable and I couldn't find a job. Second type, though the market was not favorable, but I upskilled myself and this is what additionally I can bring it to the table. Third type, though the market was not favorable, but not only I upskilled, but I have closed number of variety of roles globally by doing this. And I not only managed to be on top of the skill game, but also this is what I was paid off. And as you're telling rightly, that they're taking a tag of that laid off and paying very less. But if you do this, you can negotiate for yourself. And now tell me, from these 3, who is the one who is going to get the job first? Yeah?
The last option.
Because they not only upskilled, but they have closed number of variety of roles in spite of the market situations. And you won't be negotiated with the tag of laid off. You would be negotiated with what have you paid off during this duration. And then the fourth type, never going to go for an interview because they are happy being a solopreneur. Who knows? You would make maybe one US role closure a month is more than enough for you, which would pay you more than your full-time job. And I've seen people literally. There are a lot of people I know. So in Amazon itself, I've onboarded close to 45 virtual sourcers. Out of that 45, most of them has got converted to permanent roles who has in fact joined these sessions and then joined Amazon as a virtual sourcer, then as a contractor, then now as a full-time. And in my team itself, I have 5 people. I had 5 people at Amazon who were a full-time, who joined as a virtual sourcer. And there are a couple of virtual sourcers. I speak to them for a full-time job. They say that, no, Shiv, I'm happy doing a freelancing because I'm making what I want, which is more than a full-time employee, around 2 to 3 lakhs a month. So it's basically getting your arms ready all the time.
The only problem over is that finding the right target, the openings.
Absolutely. So once you get into the habit of doing that, then you're all set for a life. So initially,
That is
definitely it takes time because you're all individual earlier, but now we are as a community will come together, try to see how we can help each other.
We can help out as a community. We can ask help. We can help like how we work in office. We can get help like
No, there's
from
gonna be a
others.
different group altogether. Whoever has signed up, whoever will be shortlisted for this program, there will be a different group altogether, a WhatsApp group, and over there, I'm going to send the communication. Every day, as I mentioned, that we'll have a meeting. Will run it in a more organized and a serious manner. We're not going to leave it in the air. Whoever has signed up, you have to join these trainings. You have to attend meetings. You have to attend calls. You have to share your failures. You have to share your learnings from your failures. Then you have to share your success stories, all those stuff. Then you have to see how this idea can help others. So that's where I asked, what's the prerequisite? What's the qualification? Just a decent communication, having a laptop and internet, having no fear of failure, care for each other. Responsibilities, you are your own boss, and you're responsible for your own success. However, you'll be responsible to attend daily, weekly meetings, share ideas, be thoughtful, be open to discussion, be bold to share learning from failure, be bold to try something new, have no fear of failure. And that's what the requirement is. You have a questions, hundreds of questions, please ask. I'm happy to answer. But this is what the requirement is.
So Shiv, yeah, thank you. So I was a bit curious, like why don't we as a community get what do you call the individual companies portal where we can directly use the ATS and
Feel
make the
free
work
to.
done. But
Feel free
okay.
to open up your own company. It will take around 15,000 rupees. You can go to Vakil search. You can register a firm. Uh, and feel free to individual open your own company. That's what I say. Solopreneur. I'll help you
Sorry,
in that
sorry, you
also.
might have yeah, thank you for that. So I'm not intending that. Let us consider Amazon. Amazon has its own ATS where we upload, and they generally give this ATS to some consultant or consultancy or something. So why don't we, as a Sourcing Express, we take that account maybe from Amazon, let us consider, and we grouply work together for some particular requirements. So we can
That
even do
individual
that.
will come to me. Don't worry about it. I've only
Yeah.
enabled that virtual sourcer program. I'm the one who initiated in the Amazon. I'm the one who enabled at Amazon. And I'm the one who onboarded 45 virtual sources at Amazon from these trainings.
Yeah. Okay.
So see, we have a bigger plans. It's just that initially we all have to learn this set of a sourcing. And that is gonna be our selling point. As your individual consultant or as a company, whatever you wish to be, you wish.
So
And
better
tomorrow
start a
anniversaries.
full-time job. So it will be better. You better start an online company, online recruitment platform, so that we will be a full-time recruiter for you people.
We'll see how does it scale. But yeah, idea is now for to train you, to upskill you, form a community, come together, and definitely we're going to run it in a more organized way. Definitely there's a selection process. Again, I'll be reaching out to the individual, uh, talking about your background, everything. As I mentioned, what is required, a selection criteria is this, a responsibilities and a qualification. And of course, someone who is working, they definitely need that NDA. Someone who is not working. Now coming back to someone who is not working, do I need to sign up an NDA? Of course, you also need to sign up an NDA because, uh, just give me a second. Okay. Tick, 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 tick. Okay. I myself currently not employed, but I may be seeking employment in future. I understand the participation in the program of creating Solopreneur may provide me with a valuable skills and experience that may be attractive to the potential employer. Once you are upskilled on these skills, definitely there are a number of employers who might want to reach out to you. However, I want to assure that my participation in the program will not conflict with any future employment opportunity that I may pursue. I also understand that I'll be abide by the program policies and conflicts of interest and agree to promptly inform the program team of any future employment opportunity that may arise during my participation. So this means, let's say today you joined and you're not working, and after a couple of weeks, you upskilled, and then you got an opportunity, you got a call for an interview, and you're excited about it. Feel free to go and join, but let us keep informed so that after joining there, you're working there also and you're working here also. That would be again a moonlighting. So that also shouldn't happen. Feel free to join, feel free to upskill. Tomorrow, if you go get a job, feel free to let us know. We'll all will congratulate you and clap for you, and you go and join. We always wish you the best. But it shouldn't happen that you join there also, working over there, drawing a salary from there, and you're working here also. Because again, I'm not in a risk. You're in a risk if something goes wrong, and that I don't want to happen. All right. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts, confusion, what the program is all about? What is that we're going to do in this?
So you said there is okay. So you said there is 30 to 45 days training period. So it's gonna be a repetitive session of the before ones, or do we
Like
gonna add
you
something
have
new?
already completed the previous trainings. I would not ask you to again start from zero. Rather,
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you to directly sign up on the platforms and
Okay,
work with you to close on those roles. And tomorrow, by the
got
time
it.
a new batch, which gets, let's say, someone who is new to this particular trainings, okay, by the time they complete the training, we should be in a situation to share some of the examples that these are the roles and these are the platforms we closed.
True, true, true. Yeah.
By the time they complete, we'll have some of the live examples that we closed. And then you monitor them, you mentor them. That's how one becomes a pod lead.
Hmm. Okay.
So to become a pod lead also in this initiatives, you yourself have to close some of the roles in the beginning so that you are aware of this platform. Okay, this is how this platform works, and this is uh, 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 means why this is good, why this is bad. You have a plus points and a minus points of this particular platform. So I'm not asking you to sign up on all the 10 platforms. We'll do dive deep on each and every platform. You select which is more exciting for you and start working only on one or two platform is more than enough. Don't have to take 10 different platforms. You will be overwhelmed. You
Yeah.
won't be able to
Yeah.
focus
Yeah.
on one also. Pick up two best, whichever you wish, as per your skills, as per your background, as per your database. Two best platforms. Pick up not many role. Pick up only two or three roles in a week, or maybe one role in a week. Try to give 10
Mm-hmm.
quality submissions for each role. So for 4 weeks, you have
Mm.
given 40 quality submission. From 40 quality submission, how much ever the luck is bad, won't you able to get one closure?
Yeah.
How
True.
much? How we are going to get 40 candidates, quality candidates? It's difficult, right?
Ayo, what do I tell you now?
I think should we have to take her individual, grooming class.
No,
No,
that's fine.
no, even
We are here to help.
Yeah, right.
I'll show you how to get that 40 candidate. 30
But
days,
she
2
is
candidates.
very intelligent, asking so many questions in the group.
No, let
Worship,
her. That's fine.
where
Yeah,
you like to,
curiosity is good.
Others, that's
no.
fine. Others,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
you,
They have all
yeah,
the rights to ask. That's fine.
yeah, correct.
So
Even
Sharanya,
you
only
like that
two
also,
quality
no?
profiles.
Someone who's asking questions.
Completely fine. Only 2 quality profiles. How to do that? Our trainings will show you. If I want to show you live, just give me a moment. For
No.
an example. Open roles. Better senior backend, product design, senior software, senior full stack, product owner,
No.
product designer, show time. All right, show time. Okay, our mission is to onboard billions to the crypto by building something that feels familiar to what people use every day. We are building a social network and one eventually owned and governed by the user, the power, our social interaction on the first blah, 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 NFT and all. Okay, 7 people team, crypto domain, 7.6 million raised. Okay, okay. All right. So am I logged in? Yes, I'm logged in.
Short
Okay,
time.
lead product, senior backends. Okay, let me
Okay.
just take this backend role.
Okay.
Okay. So what
Okay.
the role is asking, backend engineer, you will collaborate a product and engineering to define, prioritize, and build and design an architect backend REST APIs. Senior backend
Okay.
engineer to build clean, maintainable, and well-tested backend code.
Okay.
So these are on-site
This,
Okay.
opportunities.
yeah, deep experience with backend technology like Python, Django, Node.js, building
Okay.
microservices.
Okay.
Maintain highly available infrastructure. Okay, all right. So all employees show time. Let me see once what kind of people they have. Software engineer
Okay.
from India. Tuk, 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 tuk.
So
I'm
can
just
we do
doing my homework to work on this
tomorrow?
role. Yeah.
Can we this section can we do tomorrow?
No, we'll finish off today.
Okay, okay.
This will take another few minutes. Don't worry. I would not take much time. Okay, 676, 667 contributions, show time. Pointer, managing partner. Definitely, they are in their need of software engineers. So yeah, we picked on the right role. Awesome. So which location is it? No, but I'll be back in few minutes. Tell me, on-site or remote? Anything on-site or remote within US, San Francisco, 132. I'm coming in few minutes. Okay, someone who worked on Python,
Yeah.
Node.js, microservices.
What the? Are you
Check,
using Google search?
check what I'm doing. Give me a few minutes.
Okay.
Sure, we might have missed Django.
That's fine. This much is also enough. If we get this much, then by default, that might come. Hello?
Hello. Alright.
Anyway, that's a remote. But let's give some options. All right. Awesome. Charlotte. Graduate. Nope. Data warehouse architect. Nope. Computer science graduate. Nope. Principal. Yes. Python. More of a backend, but not a full stack. No. So let's go back. It's a backend. I think then that's a good. DevSecOps architect. DevSec founder, principal software engineer, 6 months. Nope. Besides, nope. This sounds interesting. All right. Mm, Better. Awesome. 16 to 21, enough. React, Node, microservices, AWS, graphic. Awesome. And yes, looking for Python. Awesome. Okay, dynamically drive 200 pies ruling across 30 meters data file. That's nice. Spirit development for Golang internal product API engine infrastructure AWS ready CS data modeling API designing. Okay, that's first profile, but let's see a few more. 22, too much. Fintechs. Fintech, crypto, advisor, president, Uber. Not that experienced. Not. Let's give some senior title. Tick, tick. Michelle is done. Gautam Saini. Killed in Java. No. Senior software engineer. Full stack Daniel. Washman. Python Node.js. Go beginner. Java beginner. Piyush. Python Node.js. String. Walmart. Awesome. JavaScript, Node, React, HTML, Webpack, Python, Elastic, REST API, single. All right, this seems to be fine. We'll give two samples, one fully experienced and one over about 5 to 6 years. I'll just send him a note, but give me a moment. Done. Actually looking for C roles, Palo Alto, open to work. Awesome. Startup enthusiastic. But intern before that, how many years? No. Walmart, 10 years. Yeah, this looks good. React, Backbone, Angular, server-side API, Grant, Jet, JUnit, Python, Node.js, Java, Spring. These are the microservices, Kafka. This looks good and also open for opportunities. SFO, Sanofi, Apple. This is awesome. And also, they're looking for a job. Okay, let me just take this profile also. Done. Now, come here.
Shiv, another thing might be off topic.
Hmm.
So maybe if you can compile a list of a small set of tools that might help us in this endeavor, it would be really great.
Yeah, that everything is on the way. I'm just
Okay.
trying to see where is it.
It's a very huge list.
That all the stuff is gonna be there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Sagar Mitra, Sales Quill Active. This is their personal email ID. Refer. All right. Better team would like to get to know better. Include a message below introducing yourself and what makes you interested in recruiting for team. All right. This. And this is Shivkumar Ram here, and I've been in sourcing and recruiting for backend engineers, backend, front stack, full stack engineers since years. I have worked with companies. I've worked with companies like Amazon, IBM, and Twilio. I understand that. Yet that Showtime is building. Well, Showtime. Better is it better? It's a better, I believe. Okay, let's go for better then. And again, full-time New York on-site, not this one. Which one we have taken? We have taken this one. Okay. I understand that Showtime is building a next generation. And which needs an engineers who would be deployed scalable solutions. Get to understand DNA. Oh, fine. A Showtime team would like to get to know you better. Include a message below introducing yourself and what makes you interested in recruiting for them. That's optional, but yes. So first, the introduction. This is Shivkumar Guram here, and I've been sourcing and recruiting for backend, frontend, and full stack engineering roles since years. I've worked with companies like Amazon, IBM, Twilio. That's a introduction, and then about Showtime. I understand that Showtime is building next generation crypto platform, and which definitely needs an engineers who would have built and deployed scalable solution to the microservices from scratch. And then I went through your complete engineering team at Showtime, and get to understand the DNA of what Showtime might require for their engineering hiring needs. And hence, I'm excited to work for Showtime engineering roles. Who are you referring to? Tick, 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 tick. Where is this person? I'm referring to Sagar Mitra. Okay, your referral submitted. Right, let me just minimize. Right, right. So next step, What's your relationship with Sagar? Okay. Tick, 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 tick. Others. Okay. How would you rate Sagar as a candidate? You should
Uh,
interview them.
so Shiv, we are
Hmm.
okay. We are not considering talking with the candidate at this point of time for this thing.
No, I'm submitting a live candidate. I've done a live sourcing. I'm doing a live submission. They wanted a senior
Okay.
backend engineer. Huh?
Okay. This was basically a type of platform where you just submit candidates without even speaking with the candidate.
Absolutely.
Okay. Got it.
So I'm just showing a process, one of the platform, how the process takes place. So we felt
Mm-hmm.
that a candidate has those skills of Python, microservices, Node.js, and all, and then we identify their email ID. Okay, experienced full stack developer with 10 years of experience, and they wanted a backend. Okay, then worked on a front end of Walmart.com and a partner's website. You tick, 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 tick. Okay, this is also nice filler line. Okay, why Sagar is a great fit for a show type? The first thing, Sagar is Sagar is experienced full stack developer with 10 plus years of experience in developing website, dashboard, standalone software applications using JavaScript framework, Java Spring, Spring Boot, and in a recent project at Walmart, they developed an application in Node.js.
Shiv, a small question here.
Hmm.
Like these people are from US, so we don't even have to consider about the visa status or contract of permanent green card, all this.
Don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. So that happens only in the consulting firms, service
Mm-hmm.
firms who are working on
Okay.
cop to cop and all. But in such kind of a startups, tech product, high tech, big tech, small tech startup, that won't be a
Mm-hmm.
criteria. And
Got it.
perform
Got it.
several tests. Okay. And then what else? And then recently they have been working on these are the skills. And in recent past, they worked on tick, tick, and in recent Node.js, Python. This is ETC. That's it about the candidate. Please share any standout backend experience at other Web3 startups and tier one startups. Excellent. Backend or tier one, right? Or tier one. Tier one will share um, with Walmart. Anything else we should know? I believe we should definitely interview them. ENGR, but All right. Deep experience with modern backend technologies. Yes. Professional experience. Web3. Sagar meets all the requirements. Next step. All right. Contact. So here is a tool which gave me their email ID. Copy.
Shiv, sometimes we can't be assured that that is the right email that we need to approach the candidate.
Rarely it happens. SalesQL, most of the times it gives. But otherwise, we're going to do the next step. So copy this also. Send it. Okay, email sent, sorry. And then copy this. Come here. Connect. Add. Paste Swagger. I use frequently. Source and recruit. Recruit for some of it. I frequently source and recruit for some of the high stacks engineer like you. The excellent. Like you. I was going through your profile. I was going through your LinkedIn profile and realized that you would make an excellent fit for the role at Showtime. Showtime is currently the platform. All right. Okay. Maybe this much it's not allowing me. Excellent engineers like you. So I have a great referral for you. Showtime. Let's take a look here. Yeah, and if that excites you, please feel free to apply on link. All right. You can. Okay, all right, this much only. That's it. So over our first submission. Sagar Mitra. So what was their email ID? Come here. Tick, tick. Any which ways they got an email. Copy it. Email ID here. Take their LinkedIn profile URL. Copy it. Again here. Are they on GitHub? Tick, tick. So GitHub profile, awesome. User repositories view. So yeah, this is their GitHub profile URL. Twitter is option. So tick. So what we have written here. Tick. Okay, we had a great text we have written there, but let's see if we can find it again. That's a resume. Tick, 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 tick. Showtime, backend. And so where is his resume? Tick. Maybe for other person who have a resume, we can definitely attach. But otherwise, complete referral. Or else we can submit their LinkedIn profile. Save to PDF. Where it is getting saved. Downloads. Okay. So just now 20 to 17. Awesome. That's it. Like that, 2 quality resumes a day. So how much time did we spend on this one profile? Around 30 minutes, because we were just getting started. We had to install all those stuff. And then again, I just go here, refresh, tick, tick, your referrals. Awesome. It's here. And then the link will go to the candidate. Once candidate also fills the link, then it gets into the next step. Once the resume review happens, all those steps we can track it. Maybe once we connect again, one more time while doing a live session, definitely we'll see where this candidate is standing now in the process. And if you get any feedback, we'll learn from that feedback and then we'll resubmit the better profiles. And if they get selected, I would get 10,000 USD, which is decent amount. If I'm doing at least one such closer in 2-3 months is also fine. Shravan, you says that it has taken 3 months for you to close a role. If the time is more, then target the bigger role. So that's still worth.
Yes, sure.
Why you want to work on a role which is giving you 50-60,000? Work on a role which is giving
Yeah,
you 5 to 10 lakh. So
true,
if you're
true.
closing one such role in 2 to 3 months is also fine. What do you say? Does that work? And like this,
Absolutely, it works.
I'm
Yeah.
saying like this, I'm saying 15 platforms. Like this,
Hmm.
I'm saying I'm speaking to so many founders and co-founders, and they're agreeing for it. A company's startups which has laid off their entire recruiting team, but tomorrow when they want to hire at least even a one person, they can't do that. Rather, we are there for
Hmm.
them. They'll come to us, they'll say, hey, Shiv, you know what? We have these roles, take it. And once I see the confidence that you're closing those roles, I'll start giving you those roles. You just give me peanut. You take a donut, but give me peanut. I'm happy with it. And that's how we can get back to work as soon as possible. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts, any confusion? Was it easy? Was it tough? Or is there a lot to learn? Second resume also we have it. More senior profile. If you want, we can do that submission as well. We did. Where is that? Downloads. I don't know where it got saved. Vishal Shah. This one. Yeah, this one also can do it. They also worked on high latency systems, highly available systems. So yeah, any further questions? Any further doubts? Any further thoughts? Even this is possible. This is not possible. Oh my God, it's too tough. If your thought is around, oh my God, it's too tough, we are here to make it too easy. And I'm saying just 2 quality submissions a day like that. And definitely that quality gonna be a constraint. When we connect over the calls, over the meetings, definitely we're gonna see that which rules you're picking up and what kind of a quality profiles you're submitting and why. Basically, you need to justify why are you submitting this profile. Unless you're not convinced about yourself why I'm submitting this profile, how do you feel that the client to get convinced? Ajaz, Anjana, Divya, Harish, Kalpana, Shruti, Shweta, Srishti.
And Shiv, how can we convince ourselves that this profile is really good? Sometimes we can understand based on the requirement, but most of the cases they might not present that
Absolutely.
good
We need to
with
see
the
the
resume.
requirement. We need to see the requirement. We need to browse couple of their profiles. The engineers in that particular company understand the whole company stack, what stack they are working on, kind of a product, what they're working on. And once you go through the profile, if you're trying to identify, like if you see this profile, okay, he has been um, uh, so building this part, developed a Python crawler and Golang scraper to dynamically drive 200 pricing rules. And when the person is driving 200 pricing rules, so understand the scalability of it across 30 investor data files to automate loan pricing under 30 seconds. So basically, this tool is something like some fintech apps you would use in India where you get loan in that 30 seconds. How much technology is behind it? And understand the latency of it, understand the availability of it, all those stuff within 30 seconds, thereby reducing a human intervention by 80%, spearhead the development of Golang internal product management API and infrastructure in AWS, one of the cloud, Lambda, AWS, all those stuff. Let the data modeling and the API team design the internal financial product. They're developing a fintech product, again a crypto, again this is a financial product. Redesign time to introduce a new loan product by 50%, AWS, and then React, and then skills, Node.js, microservices, containers. Then 6 minutes to 30 seconds. Build something which has reduced from 6 minutes to 30 seconds. Then MongoDB, 1 million trade requests a minute. So all these are sufficient enough for me to get the confidence that this profile is great. In-memory distribution cache over historics, queue improving microservices, fault tolerance by 10%, revamp the entire full back mechanism for failed APIs, languages. So is this not a great profile?
Yeah,
Why
true it is.
Node.js? Yeah, definitely. So that kind of a justifications we need to say why it is a great profile. Unless we are not convinced about ourselves why it is a great profile, how do we expect to convince our client?
So even we need to be a bit strong in technical terminology.
Definitely. If you're doubtful about some profiles, then we have a pod leads. As I mentioned, the pod leads will be someone who has done some of the successful closures, and they don't really have to be a master of all. Master of one or two is enough, so that you drive the things in that one or two areas itself.
Got it.
So as you're saying, it takes a lot of time. 3 months it has taken. I'm saying you don't work on such penny roles, which is giving you 50,000 in 3 months. Rather work on which is giving you 10 lakhs in 3 months. The fact that you close one role also in every 3 months is fine. And what did I use now? Did I use any paid tools?
LinkedIn.
Simple. Simple custom CRC. Simple
Yeah.
LinkedIn profile. Simple sales
SQL.
script. But what we needed is a right.
Mm.
If I sit whole day, at least 10 profiles I would submit. For sure. And all that training I'm telling you, I'll give you completely for free of cost. What is needed is only your dedication, time, and efforts. Nothing else.
Shiv, these are the different client, is it? Whatever the mentioned this.
Hmm?
These are the different clients which, if you scroll down in
Yeah.
platform. Okay, these
Then
are the
what?
like bill space and this
Exactly.
one. Okay, there are
Exactly.
approximately
Exactly.
more than 100
I'm
clients is
seeing
there, no?
two sides of a coin today in these days. If I open LinkedIn, it's all laid off, laid off, laid off. But if I come to this platform, hundreds of roles are coming in every single day. So we're not able to understand what's actually market is on a negative side or on a positive side. So from where these roles are coming then? And is that they're just collecting a resume and keeping? No, they're giving us a feedback on each and every submission. So only 3 platforms just to show you. But like that, there are a number of platforms. And there are a lot of niche uh, agency startups, okay, who pays around more than, how much I would say, 10% per candidate. And they're reaching out to me because they're out of bandwidth. They're saying, people whomsoever you're training, and if you feel confident about them, please let us know. We are here to give you the rights.
Mm.
Okay, so this is human. I already started getting it. It's just that I don't want to take it actively unless I don't start it. Otherwise, it would be a kind of a moonlighting for me. But I started receiving the recs from last week itself. So he's one of the person from hiring boards, one of the directors. I told, thank you so much. I will connect with you by early next week, 7 days ago. So already when I say started receiving the requirements, getting a requirement is not a problem. So yeah, here I have a couple of roles, 10 for Java, for Delhi, 10 for Java, for Mumbai, iOS, Android, variety of roles. Then here I have a partner who is working on it from Human Cloud. So definitely I'm speaking to those leaders so that if you're signing up, we have that complete end-to-end visibility. And eventually I'll train you also. We're done, Vasudha. Almost we are done. Are we good, bad, interesting, boring?
Very interesting Shiv subject, someone who was very enthusiastic in investing the time on this.
What is needed is just your time and efforts, dedication.
Yeah, dedication is also
And
important.
you do it for yourself. You don't do it for me.
Correct, yeah. But as
Yeah,
Sarwan
Sharanya, you
also
have any questions
speaking.
now? Sharanya? I think she's not there. Srishti, Ruchi, Naman, Vasudha.
Twice actually.
Hmm?
Portable, I have tried twice, but I think I closed a couple of roles also with them, but feedback is, I don't know, not very great.
Got it. See, we really can't. They're also starting, right? They're also scaling. We just need to give them also time,
Yeah,
give them a proper feedback.
no, they also
So,
source actually. That is what the problem is.
got it.
So I don't know how they prioritize which profiles.
Hmm. So maybe we'll have to come together, understand. That's where I'm telling you. As a community, if we form, once we come together, once we understand what's going good, what's going wrong, what is not
Yeah,
moving, if we identify the root cause of it and how we can
yeah,
solve it, that's how we can approach as a organization, we can, as a community, as an organization, we can approach them.
yep.
Okay, but as an individual, we might not be able to, we might not feel confident even to approach.
No, they do accept solo guys, but the thing is that the feedbacks and how they prioritize the profiles.
So yeah, so that's the reason I'm saying, why don't you,
Yeah.
why should we stick to one platform? We'll
No,
guide it
yeah,
various
true,
platforms. We'll work on a various platform, which is working better, will work.
true.
End of the day, it's a customer experience.
Yep,
If someone is not giving the right customer experience, we will not be sticking to that particular platform.
correct.
And will focus on making ourselves as a platform.
Hmm.
Why would client go to Spottable or Cibrex or those things? Why can't they come to us directly? For them to come to us directly, we need these skills.
Yep.
That's good, Shiv. At least we can, as you said, we can approach for, maybe 5, 6,
You be your own brand. Ah.
Correct. Rather like Harish was telling, Spottable, even I to have supported Spottable. Same thing, lot of time consuming. We don't know where our profile goes. So as this community, we can,
They're also scaling. Now let's say if you're seeing that experience, but now you're seeing Paraform, where you won't see that experience. Which one will go? Or you say Citrix, where you won't see that experience. And definitely, if you're saying that these are the roles which are taking time, I would say then work on the high budgeted roles.
Yeah.
Who is stopping you? Like that,
Right.
one close also 2 to 3 months is more than enough.
Agreed.
Yeah, that is very great idea. In fact, rather before this, only 2, 3 companies. Now, as you said, para from other 5, 6 are there. So definitely we can open up more.
So yeah, Sharanya, you had doubts. Now all the doubts are clear. So rest others, shall we call for a day?
Yeah, Chef.
Yeah,
Yes,
Shiv,
sir.
I guess so.
It took
Yeah.
more than 1.5 hour, but it's worth it. Thank you. It is worth it.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks. Bye, Shiv. Thanks.
Good night.
Yeah. So definitely, now you can sign up those NTAs as per your convenience and send it to me. And maybe another week from Jan first week, we'll get started.
Thank you, Shiv.
Yes, next onwards, definitely we'll have a session details just before a day.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Chef.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shiv.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Shruti.
Sir, where will we find the NDS?
I'll send you. I'll send you. For few people, I've sent it. For few people, I'm yet to send it. I'll send you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, Shruti, you can drop off. Divya, if you have anything, you can please feel free to ask or else drop off. Vasudha, Shweta,
Okay.
Srishti, Satish. Hey, Satish, what's up? Okay, I'm closing the call for everyone. Thank you, everyone. Bye.